We've said that you have been walking a very fine line here, Chrissy. Very fine line with this War of the Roses and To Catch a Cheater. Hey, Chrissy.
Hey.
Hey, so you've got a friend that you believe has fallen in love with a real dirtbag.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Why do you think that?
Just like I said, it just really feels like he's got a wandering eye. It's kind of a weird vibe. He's always talking to other girls. And, for so long, he doesn't make plans with her on the weekends. She's always asking me to go out. And I feel like, if this guy wanted to be with her, then he would be spending time with her and making plans and all of that. And then they just got engaged. And it's like things are escalating. And I never said anything to her, but I feel like now, I really need to know before they get married and before I'm participating, because I'm sure I'm going to be a bridesmaid, if not the maid of honor in the wedding.
You don't have any definitive proof that he's cheating. However, when you guys are hanging out, and even with her being in his presence, he is noticing other women just blatantly and talking up other women.
Yeah, just chatting with them. And, I can tell, if that were my boyfriend, that I'd be like, dude, have some respect, But she doesn't ever say anything. And I know it bothers her, but she has literally never said anything. But, yeah, he always, anytime we go out, anytime we've, been at a party, he's just always looking and chatting up other women.
All right, Chrissy, let's go ahead and chew on a couple of different things here before we give you results, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's go with worst case scenario here. Your instincts are right. And again, I haven't read the email. I don't know what the results are, honestly. But worst case scenario, you're right. He sends the flowers to somebody else. Now you got a cheater on your hands. So you are going to turn around and you are going to tell her that you called a radio station who tested him and found out that he's cheating. And you think that she's going to be open to that.
She may or may not be, but as a friend, I would rather have more information than not.
Okay. Second part of that is if you find out that he's cheating and you tell her and she decides to go through with the wedding anyway, and then asks you to be the maid of honor or a bridesmaid, will you stand up there with her?
Well, I'm prepared for the fact that if this does come out that he's cheating and I do tell her, then she may be mad at me and not ask me to be part of the wedding. But if she does, it's her decision. It is her decision. I can't say definitively if I will or will not, but likely I will stand next to her if it's ultimately her decision.
Exactly. I feel like you need to respect your friend's decision.
Regardless.
If a true friend is going to stay next to you on your wedding day, regardless of the information that you have, and stand by your choices with you, unless it's going to directly harm somebody, obviously.
Yeah.
So you don't think, because we've done this before on the show where we've had plenty of women call up and say that, look, I was in the same scenario. I found out that my best friend's man was messing around. I told her about it, and she turned it around, and she was so pissed at me that she cut me out of her life and ended up with the dude. Even though they didn't work out in the long run, I lost a friend out of the whole thing. Do you have any fear of that?
Yeah, like I said, that is a possibility that I've entertained, but I just have such a bad feeling, and I'm looking out for her ultimately. So that is something I'm willing to risk, but I hope that she can trust me.
I do know you have her best interest in hand and you were trying to look out for her, but have you considered that maybe your values are a bit different than hers, and maybe with the situation that she's in, he's enough for her, even though he may not be enough for you?
That's a good point, but wow, yeah. No, I didn't think about that. If she's willing to make that compromise, I I just can't imagine I can't imagine doing that, but you're right. But yeah. Maybe we just have different values. I never considered that.
People do. They have different standards as far as what they're willing to put up with, for lack of a better term.
Yup. But at least you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that, hey, you did everything that you could, and she's going to end up getting married to a cheater, but you did what you can.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Chrissy, I think we're going to have to do this in 2 parts because we're running so late here. So hang with us for a couple of minutes, and as soon as we come back, we'll get right to the results of what we found out last night, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right,
Thank
results for More of the Roses to Catch a Cheater. Coming up next on The Bert Show. Is her best friend's fiance a big fat cheater or not? And if so, she wants to get to the bottom of it, and then she wants to go to her best friend and say, this is the dude you're going to marry? Really? But it's tricky. We're walking a real fine line here.
There's no line we're walking. We've crossed the line once we meddled and we even did this. But I get her heart is in the right place. However, she has talked to her friend about this. Her friend is accepting of her fiance's behavior, but she's not accepting of the fact that whenever they're out, he's always talking up other women and looking at other women, and she feels it's disrespectful. While she doesn't have definitive proof he's cheating on her, she just feels like a lot of the signs he's giving are basically the gateway to cheating and feels like her friend deserves better.
So Chrissy hit us up, and she's on with us right now. Chrissy hit us up and said, hey, can you do that War of the Roses to catch a cheater thing where we offer him free roses and we see who he turns around and we send who he sends them to. Chrissy is banking on him sending them to somebody else other than his fiance so she can go to her best friend and say, look, here are the facts. Do with them what you want. So we talked to her about 10 minutes ago, and now we've got some results for you. Chrissy, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You've had 10 minutes to think about it. So
you can back out if you want to. We have skipped so much stuff on the schedule today. We have plenty to fill with.
But nothing as good as this. Yeah, I mean, you can. If you want to bail, that's cool.
No, I'm ready to know.
Of course you are.
All right. So per your request, on behalf of your best friend, and she has no idea about this, we sent a fake promotional email to the address you provided us for your best friend's fiance. And he was offered a free bouquet of flowers and was able to choose from several options with pictures. The options were cactus makes perfect. Show your encouragement to a friend, coworker, or loved one with this charming collection of assorted cacti and succulents. The next option was you make me daisy. The most cheerful basket of white daisies will drive anyone crazy with delight. Next, there was mum's the word. When you don't have the right words to use, express yourself with flowers. This lovely arrangement of pink roses, giant sunflowers, lavender mums, and white carnations is the perfect way to express what's on your mind. And last but not least, a staple, as time rose by. The classic bouquet of long stem red roses, a passionate choice for someone you want to spend all of your time with. In exchange, he's asked to share some promo codes for a percentage off a future order. We sent the first promotional email at 9:48 a.m. Didn't get a response. A second email went out at 12:17 p.m. After a little over an hour, he bit and he ordered flowers. He did pick, as time rose by, that classic bouquet of long stem red roses, a passionate choice for someone you want to spend all of your time with. And Chrissy, he sent them to his fiance, your friend.
Damn it.
No, not damn it.
I was just speaking for Chrissy's subconscious.
Now, and ready for this? The card speaks volumes. It always does. The note on the card said, counting down, just 11 months to go. I love you.
Man.
Okay.
Well, now we got problems.
You sound a little disappointed.
What do you mean we got problems? There is no problem.
Because her gut is telling her that he's just like not a good dude.
Maybe she ate bad shrimp.
Yeah.
She needs to stop listening to her gut then.
Yes.
So what do you think, Chrissy?
I mean, I am a little surprised. I mean, yeah, sure, it's good that he's not sending them to someone else, so there's not a definitive proof that there is, like, someone else. I just, like, it makes me so uncomfortable to see him do what he does, but...
I get that, Chrissy, and I respect that. It makes you uncomfortable. You're not the one who's engaged to him. Ultimately, it's whether or not it makes her uncomfortable.
I can definitely see it on her face, when we're out and he's doing that kind of stuff. And like, it's kind of just that like, making excuses for him kind of thing. So, yeah, there's no proof. And like, you guys said earlier, maybe we have a different set of values, and she's aware. She is aware. She's there,
Is it possible that your lens on this dude is a little bit on the foggy side? Because she clearly is okay with it. So he's not cheating. Maybe he's being friendly. And because you have this impression of him, you're interpreting it as flirting with other women or looking at other women when that's not happening at all. That's your reality, but we've got no proof on that.
And plus, you're not the one spending all your time with him. There may be some other lovely positive attributes to him that you're not exposed to because you're not the one who's with him.
Yeah, maybe. I just feel like I've like seen this kind of guy before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want her to look back and be like, oh yeah, like if I would have paid attention. It's like they always say at the end of your relationship, you look back in the beginning and you see all the reasons why you left.
I understand you have your suspicions. I completely get that. But I feel like at this point now with all you've done, you've done what you can do as a friend. And I think you should just be happy for your friend. That should be your focus now.
At this point, you just have to say you're wrong, Chrissy. You've got no proof. She's never come to you and said, oh my God, this drives me crazy. That's your impression, that she's rolling her eyes or she's uncomfortable with it. Your impression of this dude is that he's a flirt. But here we've got nothing. So maybe you got it wrong.
Yeah, maybe I did. And yep, that's it, I guess.
Have fun at the wedding.
Keep searching.
Go get him one day.
You'll get something.
She is not going to put that shovel down. She's going to continue to dig.
No, she'll go to another radio station.
Get it? The Bert Show.